right, let's talk. We'll find a way. What kind of dog is that at 150 pounds?
That dog is a combination of a Doberman, no, not a Doberman, a Labrador and a Great Dane.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, and he likes to talk, but you guys want to go outside?
He's a Labrador.
All right, we're going to go outside.
Do you have any audio of the Doberman and the Great Dane mating?
Oh, little Tommy. All right, hey. All right, so the tribute continues here. The poor man
Very solemn
dead.
occasion, yeah.
It is a great irony for those who knew him. I'm not going to pretend to have known him well. I just met him a couple times, worked with him a couple times. But he was a guy that did hate all this kind of crap, right?
Oh, without question. Without question. He didn't want... He never wanted accolades or people to tell him how great things was. And I'm sure you've heard this before. And I said it this morning with Bruce that there's this memo that he put out to the staff when he left, which specifically instructs no one to approach him in any fashion in the hallways to say goodbye.
Right, yeah.
And if there's a party going to be thrown for him, he won't show up because this is just no big deal. And that's the way he was. And you'll hear that from everybody.
Yeah, and he was, though, at that time. Let's talk a little bit about the business here. He scored big on his final contract at WLS because he really had been the guy that put LS on the map in terms of a music station in the beginning. I mean, the morning show, as they always would say, especially that back in that era, drove the rest of the radio station, and then 60-70% of the revenue for the radio station was always in the morning show alone. And so he was a guy that was the big money driver, but didn't ask for a ton until the end. And I think he got a little bit. I know he and I talked about this on the air once in an uncomfortable moment about how the money had changed in radio and all that. And I guess I just miss those last days. But he was not a spendthrift guy. I mean, he was a spendthrift guy. He was a guy that would go around. I heard Dick Biondi earlier today say that he would go on, and his happiest moment was if he got a pair of jeans for $10.
I heard that story, and I'm not. Larry never demonstrated his miserly image in front of me. I don't know that story.
Can I tell you a story, though?
I believe Dick, that's for sure.
Yes, who doesn't? Now, wait, hold on a second. Hold on, because I want to tell you a story that is going to of radio royalty and what they used to do.
Wait a minute. Can I say something?
Yeah.
You know how powerful Larry Lujak is? He kicks sports off of this hour.
Not traffic and weather.
Don't remind
Stephen the Great.
You know what, John? Why are you reminding everybody about that? What did you just do? Right? There's some guy back in the widgets department here at WLS who goes, "Hey, wait a second! What is the sports show?" I'm John Records Landecker. Hold on one second. We'll be right back with you. Talking about Larry Lujak.
This is Larry Lujak. Animal Stories is more than just a feature on my morning WLS radio program. It's a serious responsibility. One that requires research, determination, and courage. My beat is the animal kingdom. My job to give you its news firsthand. I wouldn't have it any other way. Right, little Tommy?
Right, Uncle Lair.
Good morning, chillins. It's time for Animal Stories.
Mornings with Larry Lujak on WLS.
We're talking with John Records Landecker about the passing of the great Larry Lujak, whose family announced his passing yesterday after about an 11-month battle with esophageal cancer. And now I just wanted to put a finer point on this. People think that radio is a lucrative and glamorous business, and it can be. Would we all agree on that, gentlemen?
Yes.
Yes, all right. But there are moments in which it is not, and this is one of them. At the old WLS, which I had the pleasure of working at for a very short period of time, and that's a pleasure on both sides. One, I got to work in the legendary building, and two, I had to get out because there were rats running around. It was at 360 North Michigan Avenue, which is right at the corner of Michigan and Wacker. And then but right below that building is Lower Wacker Drive. Lower Michigan Avenue and Lower Wacker Drive. And there were a series of metered parking spots down there for years. And every morning, pulling in at approximately the same time, would be Larry Lujak, his newsman, Jeff Hendricks, and Paul Harvey. And they would fight for the whatever available parking spots there were because they could do their entire day for 75 cents.
Wow.
75 cents for the whole day. That's an amazing thing. Jim Johnson started picking up that when he started working for in mornings here for Lou Jack, and he that's when a homeless guy actually broke into his car and used it as a porta potty.
True story.
So that just tells you what guys will go through to save a few bucks in the business. All right, let's talk about animal stories for a second here because I think we should play this since John. Actually, what I want you to do, Jen, is can you get the dog back in?
Hold on a second.
All right, get the dog back in.
Let me see if I can get him in here.
What's the dog's name?
Quincy.
Quincy.
Hold on a second.
I thought for a second he wasn't going to know the stepkid's
Come on.
dog's name.
Quincy! Good! Come on, inside! Let's go!
John Nell is in Montana, apparently. Even though he works every night here at WLS-FM.
Okay, they're in.
All right, they're in. All right. Turn up your radio, and I want them to listen to this animal story and see what the reaction is.
Don't we have a delay?
Just turn up the radio. No, we'll come back to the dog after the animal story.
Okay, now wait a minute. Hold on a second. Let me... Come on.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
Larry Lujack, WLS.
Here we are again, the animal stories. News team Anchorman. There's me, your charming and delightful old Uncle Lair. And there's him, in person.
Hi.
Little snot-nosed Tommy. Hi, Tommy.
Hi, Uncle Lair. Hi, everybody.
According to police in Willenhall, England, a horse-drawn cart of scrap drew up behind a motorcyclist at a railroad crossing gate, which was down to allow a train to pass. The horse proceeded to drool on the cyclist. Here's some biker, a little tiny, sitting there on his big Harley, minding his own business, waiting for this train to go by. Horse pulls up, starts drooling. So he got mad. It says here. Gave the horse his best elbow shot right to the horse. Well, but in the process, when he lifted up his arm to give this horse an elbow shot, he let go of his and the horse, who has just been punched in the face, rears up, dumps the load of scrap onto the car behind, which rolled backwards under the weight and rammed the front of yet another car on the line. Now, seeing this chain reaction, a passing dog walker tied his terrier to the railroad gate and went to help out. But the train had passed, and the gate went up, pulling the dog 20 feet into the air. By his neck, see? The dog's owner shouted to another pedestrian to lower the gate, which came down on and damaged the roof of a passing Mercedes-Benz.
Oh, wow.
I don't know how it doesn't say how the dog is. I suppose it would depend on which side of the gate he was tied to. If he was on the side that came crashing down to the Mercedes-Benz, the dog probably not going to be okay.
New ornament, yeah. Biker all right?
Biker's fine, little Tommy.
How about the horse?
Horse is fine as well.
Good.
Larry Lujack, WLS.
How did Quincy make it through that, John?
He's doing it. Quincy, come on. Come on. Say something. You know, kids, what? Say it, come on. Kids say the dirty. Talk. Now he's probably going to start yapping while I'm trying to talk. But he enjoyed that immensely, especially the hanging part.